Mountain Bike Man Morning Podcast. 6:30 in the morning, probably-ish. We're doing a long walk today with the dog. It's humid out. It's probably about 90 degrees. Kind of uncomfortable, but acceptable. We are getting ready to go on the trip to Idaho, Montana, British Columbia. 2-week extravaganza, or 3. We're taking, let's see here, I believe we've got about 6 pair of pants with us. 4 of them are for mountain biking. 2 of them are a couple of my top line pants for sitting around the fireplace at night, entertaining young ladies near my campsite. You gotta look like a stud. Not only that, I wear those pants when I ride my motorcycle too, so. Ooh, I got a really good pair of motorcycle pants. I'm trying to stick with dark colors so they don't show dirt. Black ones, so that they don't show dirt. You can't go with light colored blue jeans because they will show dirt. No! No! I'm warning you, boy. You don't do that shit on my nickel. He wants to take a shit. No poopa. Can't be doing shit on my nickel. You take care of that shit at home. We don't do that stuff here. This isn't a free shit block. You do that stuff at home. I ain't picking that shit up. What do I look like? A shit picker-upper? You do that shit at home. Or otherwise you'll stay at home. No walks. A dog walk isn't a chance for a dog to go shit. He takes care of that shit at home, because I ain't picking that shit up. No poopa. But I can't believe you haven't learned that yet. I don't care if you gotta go bad. You take care of that shit at home. Sorry, dudes. I hate to get off on a rant. But you gotta train your dog. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure that he knows that he's got to do that stuff at home, not on these morning walks. I don't pick up shit. Anyways, hate to get off on a rant, but it is what it is. This is the Mountain Bike Man Morning Podcast, and we are getting ready to go on one of the most highly anticipated trips of the year, and it is going to be one hell of a fucking party. I did have a couple opportunities to take a few girls, but they can't go because they have to work. They got day jobs. Unfortunately, I didn't hook up with a stripper who can go to work and take off time whenever she wants. Take those. Here's Doberman Man. No, I'm braking right. Fucking jack. Right. Old boy's got a Doberman. He's got to walk in with a cane. I respect that dude. It's probably very cumbersome for him to do that walk with a cane. Hey! You don't go shit out here, buddy. Not on my 2-cent nickel, you ain't. You can go here, you can go out in the wilderness. I mean, at home. Or you can go at the campsite. But you cannot go poop on the dog walk. Those are daddy's rules. What do I look like? A shit picker-upper? I ain't. Just get my phone set up. Right now, if I got a good order, I could make it back home and get it. I'd have to hustle up though. If I hustle, I get home in about 2 minutes. And I'd be ready to go like that. I got my shirt, wallet, keys, everything I need to go right away. You gotta be able to drop everything you're doing and go like a bullet. It's just a side hustle, gentlemen. Just for side cash. When I got out of my rental business, car rental business, it's kind of nice to have a few things, a few side hustles. I don't want to do Uber or Lyft anymore. I've done those in the past. You want to have a couple of side hustles that you can do on the side if you got the time. Not only that, you get to meet some interesting young ladies. And that's one of the aspects of it that I enjoy the most, to be honest with you. Not to mention the money you get at the end of the week is kind of cool too. Pays the bills. Watch your head. Watch your head. But anyways, we're doing it. So we'll be ready to pop a few this morning. We're gonna put in a good work week this week because we're gonna be taking off the next 2 or 3 weeks. So slow. No poopa. Beautiful walk this morning, man. Beautiful walk. My bud had to take his car back because his financing fell through. He needed a cosigner. So he had a free car to use for about 2 weeks there. I mean, he's not upset or anything. And just before he brought it back, he acquired some damage on the car. And he brought the car back. I don't think they caught it. And he's going to pick up an insurance check for it. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to say anything any further than that. Here, let's show you this new mount that I got for the GoPro camera. Don't worry, I'm going to pull up. I'll light this for you. Okay, with this mount here, you can see that it's held on by 2 hose clamps. Very slick, very easy. And the first extension is locked in place. And you can see that this is tape. You have to screw this on, and it can get loose, so you want to tape it. And you'll constantly check it to make sure that it doesn't loosen up and fall off. But this thing will extend up. You can still carry cargo on here, like maybe a bag of chips, a loaf of bread, and a 6-pack of beer. Boom. Underneath that spider bungee. Or your girlfriend can come with you and you can still record. You know what I'm saying? Whereas before, the other selfie stick was attached underneath the seat here, which I'm going to bring that with me too, but I don't know if I'm going to bring both of them, to be honest with you. I think this one is going to kill what you need to have done. I mean, it's going to extend all the way out to here, or say, and the camera will be perfect angle, the whole fucking shebang. This thing is completely adjustable. You can, you know, like that. So anyways, that's the new camera mount, new selfie stick. It's the bomb, bro. I mean, this other dude had a bunch of gadgets on here, and just a bunch of bullshit. I'm gonna take a picture, I'll show it to you. This is the way to mount a selfie stick. 2 hose clamps. Boom, done. It's stout, bro. It ain't going anywhere. I always carry this wrench with me in my tank bag. It's with me all the time, so I can take it off if I want, or leave it on. I'm gonna leave it on because I wish I didn't have to extend it, but it's hard. It's hard to get this tape on. You got to extend it and lock it and tape it. So it's hard to get the tape on when it's right here. So that's why I extended it. But it sure would be nice to collapse it, because it does kind of get in the way out here when you're doing shit. So I may ultimately pull this tape off and collapse it. So it's very, very possible, because I've already hit it a few times walking by it. I've hit it with my arm and shit. So you can collapse it all the way down to here, but you do have to put tape on it. So I can, you know, I can get a piece. You can extend a piece of tape right here, bring it up in here, and then just cinch it off. So I think what I really want to do is take that tape off and collapse it. I can get tape back on, trust me. Like I said, I've hit it a few times. So what you do here is you turn it. There, I turned it. Now it collapses. See, it's touching the bike right there. That's good. And make sure everything's nice and tight. I may take this off too. You see that right there? It's out of the way completely. But you don't want to lose these. They're on pretty tight. I do have extra ones of these with me at all times, but we'll see what we need to do there. You don't want to lose that mount either. You lose this mount, and I have to order another one from Amazon and then send take the mountain and send it back, get my money back. And Amazon doesn't like it when I do that. But yeah, we do need to collapse this though, because I may even take this end off, because it could vibrate off. You don't want that. So we'll see what happens when I get it loaded up. It's just another piece though that you can lose. You want me to take it off? Here, I'll show it to you. Like I said, it's held on by tape too. You gotta have tape on these things, because on a road trip, oh my God, where does it end? See, these are pieces. These two pieces you could lose. So it's better to take these off, and I'm going to put them in. I'm going to put these in Jeep on the dash, because what's ultimately going to happen if they're here, when you get out there in the wilderness, you'll put them on then, okay? And then mount your GoPro. But until you get there, you want to just leave it just like this. For sure. These I will put on the dash of the Jeep right now, so I don't lose them. I'll show you where I'm going to put them here in a minute. But yeah, it's better to do it that way, because if you don't, you're definitely going to lose them. They'll vibrate off, and then what do you got? Nothing. Oh, I just dropped this little cocksucker already. I've got little plastic bags I can put these in, but we're gonna put them. We're just gonna put them up on the dash up here. And nothing should happen to them. They should stay right there. But I do have small plastic bags inside of another bag upstairs. And what I will do is I will put them inside that plastic bag so that they stay together. You know what I'm saying? So when you need them, you don't lose them. When they're separated like that, you could possibly lose them. They could jumble. You could hit a bump and they could go somewhere. But like I said, I have these little tiny plastic bags. We're gonna put both of those pieces in a bag and put them right there on that dash. It's the best way, because on a road trip, this thing is gonna get in your way out here. You're gonna hit it, you could break it. So the best thing to do is this, and then when you're gonna fully extend that first link, and then you turn it and it locks like that. It's locked in place right there, right now. We're gonna put it down. Pretty slick, pretty easy. Just leave it down and put it up when you want to do some filming. It is the best angle, gentlemen. And you can see this is a professional mount system here. Very lightweight, very quick, very easy to remove, and very easy to put on, and very easy to leave on, and it doesn't get in your way. It doesn't get in the way of you walking around the bike. It's very easy. There's mounting straps that one goes here, and I have another mounting strap that goes here that holds this bike down on the trailer on both sides. And then plus you run a loop off the handlebars on each side too. But the handlebar loops are very, very slight, insignificant. I'm not really sure, I haven't thought about it, but I may run, instead of the handlebars, when I tie this bike down, instead of running it off the handlebar, which I probably will do, you tie a loop onto the handlebar here and run a tie down, but you may do it off of these things here, off of your Woodcraft sliders. It's very possible that you might put a loop around this fucker and then tie it down right there, because right here you can tie it down pretty solid. The handlebars, you don't want to be fucking around with your grips, putting excessive. This one's okay, but the throttle, you do not want to be fucking around with your throttle, putting a lot of duress pressure on your throttle handle there. There's some intricate stuff there. Even on this handle, you have this thing here, that this controller, that doesn't come into play, it's right here. But on the other side, you have your throttle. And you do not want to put pressure or tie down real heavy on that throttle. At least I don't want to do it that way. Dude, I'm going to be going on a 2,000 mile trip, okay? Or more, 2,500 miles. I don't know what the total mileage is going to be, depends how far I go. But you want to make sure that this bike is secure. You want to make sure that nothing is rubbing against it to fuck up your paint job or any of that shit. So, if you know what I mean. I just ordered this the other day off Amazon, the selfie stick. It's a 70-inch and $30, and it is going to work like a dream. So, but you just see me take the parts off of it just now. You just see me lower it down because it's sticking up here, it's in the way. When you're mounting everything on your trailer, it's going to get in the way. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. That's what happened with my tail lights. That's why I went with these TST Industries tail lights right here, because the ears out here, you kept bumping into them when you tied it down. When I would walk through here, I'd bump into them. Finally, one of them got a short in it, and it wouldn't work. So you're certainly not going to put the factory ones back on. They're pretty expensive. It's better to go with the TST Industries. This is probably a pretty long video, but I did want to show you that new selfie stick adjustment, and I just did. We're going to call this video a day. We got the garage cooling down a little bit. I got the fan rolling in here, and we're going to go download these videos upload them to the video to YouTube channel. Like I said, we're getting ready to go on one of the biggest trips of the year. It's going to be a 2 or 3 weeker. We'll take enough food for a week, and then we'll go into town periodically, which is about 15, 17 miles away, and we will pick up additional food as we need it, additional drinks. You'll empty this tank bag, and you'll fill it full of groceries. Not only that, there's a spider bungee on top of here that you can carry other gear or other groceries on here too. You can tie them down inside. You know, you can put in this empty bag, and on top of it, you can put some serious groceries, and right here too on this rear spider bungee. So you want to be able to do that. You don't have to get a lot of stuff on a grocery trip to the store, but you want to be able to take back, you know, maybe a 6-pack of beer, maybe a 8-pack of Gatorade. You know, those are the two main things. You may have to take back, you know, a couple liter bottles of drinking water is very viable. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, like I said, the town is very close by. At this one, not close, 17 miles. But I'm going to be going down into that town quite often, and every time I go down there, I will come back with something. You know what I'm saying? I'll buy water, or I'll buy Gatorade, or I'll buy bread, or I'll buy chips, or I'll buy syrup for pancakes, or more pancake mix, whatever the fuck I need. The store is right there, very easy, very safe to park your bike there too. But you can also take one of these U-locks if you want to. The way they steal these bikes is they pick them up, but this is a small town, Ketchum, Idaho. You know, it's possible, sure, anything's possible. the likelihood. I'm going to be in and out of the store pretty quick, you know, within 10 minutes, that type of shit. So I don't see any issues. You can park this very close to a busy town square where a lot of people are standing and walking and sitting on tables and drinking coffee. You know, there's a Starbucks there. So anyways, that's it for this video.